Hello again. This is back to back to back. Actually, this is my way again, is for myself because I need to really stay on track. 'Cause it's something that I wanted to do for myself. Again, this is in lieu or it is related to what I'm going to talk about. And I'm going to talk about habit creation. How do you develop habits? How do you formulate and how do you strengthen habits in your life? There are times nga matakaan ka, kapuyon ka, madulaan ka, motivation. It's really up to you. How do you even create a habit nowadays? Because you're just at home, you're online, everything is, within the four corners of your house. So how do you even try to improve yourself? But actually you can with the little things. That's why I'm gonna share to you 5 things that I do, to create a habit. It's a habit creation. Number 1 is to make a decision. I did share this to you when I was talking about a fresh start. You have to make a decision to create a habit. Like, what habit are you gonna develop? So instead of you trying to list down habits that you want to do for this year or even for this month, you try to make a decision, a strong decision. Walang a very a strong decision, like if you're gonna say yes to someone, if you're gonna commit to someone, it's like a written contract for you. If you visualize yourself having that kind of contract with yourself, then probably you're gonna push yourself with this habit creation. No? Make a decision. Number 2, I'm trying to read my codigo here. Yes, number 2 is to visualize the goal. When I say visualize the goal, for example, last year, I think December, I made a decision to let go of eating chips, of eating salty foods, because my lipid profile is not very good. Like, I'm already there, guys. I'm already in my 30s. So I really have to watch out what I eat. Prior to that, I already made a decision to have boundaries, okay, especially with my after 5. I really made it a strong decision to not work at night. Okay, matulog ko ya. No, I want to rest. And tomorrow and morning and afternoon are my working time. So that one, it's already had become not just a routine, but it had become a habit until it's become unconsciously being done, by myself, by my mind. And then when I made a decision, to watch what I eat, then that's where I decided to really discipline myself, to visualize the goal. And the goal was to lessen my lipid profile, to reduce the fat content on my body. If you notice that, I don't have any filter, guys. Like, come on. See? I found out that most of the breakouts that I had will come from that, so you really have to see yourself by the end of your habit, kung anong gusto mo matabo. Okay, visualization is a powerful way to do it. Number 3, you start little. Okay, you start little. Sometimes you are overwhelmed by your own goals, okay, and doing those habits. Kaya sobra-sobra man yung dako sa mga gusto matabo. Just take it one step at a time. I understand even sleeping at the right time is already a very difficult task to do, especially if you have Wi-Fi, especially if you want to spend me time with yourself if you're a mom. And for me to really put myself to sleep at exactly 9, sometimes 10, it's budlay na siya. It is a little thing, but it's a difficult task to do. So it's something that you need to put in mind that you're gonna do it for yourself. So you have to start little, and then if you're able to overcome that, then you can do another task. Okay? And then I wasn't able to eat pork anymore for a year. Then I was not eating rice at night anymore. Those little things that matters to me, is now gearing towards a healthy lifestyle. Hapush ang balon, diba? We always hear this from people who wants us to do better, but it's such a difficult task to do. Like, believe it or not, budlay siya obrahon, diba? Especially if the temptation of food is everywhere. The temptation to open social media is everywhere. So you really have to start small. And just by the little things, just sleeping on time, eating on time, yeah, you really have to start small. Number 4, affirm. Ito kaya ako. Affirmation. You really have to affirm yourself. It's always, especially on times that I want to eat chips and noodles and cup noodles, I would always say, die. Wala ka na nakakaon for almost a week. Why do you want to give up now? You're doing great. Or it's something like, ooh, sleeping good is making you look good. Like, come on, keep it up. You really have to affirm yourself that you are doing great, that you are better than you were before. I mean, your mind is more... Yeah, before I was again rudely interrupted. Bako gani, you really have to affirm yourself with the little things so that maganahan ka man. Like self-talk and the way that you carry and you talk to yourself matters a lot. That's why it's not really advisable that you always have to tell yourself, ay, hindi ko na kaya. Wala ko time. Sometimes I do that. So, and unconsciously bawion ko siya. Like, no. Wala ka lang gitay. You just don't know how to properly do it. Okay? It's like, you have to make an excuse for yourself on why you are saying that you can't do it. Diba? So you really have to affirm and you have to uplift yourself because the only person... I was, again, interrupted. So you really have to become your own supporter, your own cheerleader. Diba? Number 5 is to reward yourself. I'm always excited when it's about the end of the day or the end of the week, no more class, especially on Fridays and Saturdays, or especially mag-5. Because I feel like I have to reward myself by watching a video or reading a manga or watching an anime. Because I don't do that in the morning, in the afternoon, especially if I am working. Kambal ko karon lang sa hapon. Sa mag-weekend lang. That's the reward that I give to myself. And it's actually very good motivation for me. Sa mga little things lang na. Because I push myself to finish this. Right? Even when I have to do sunod-sunod nga obra, I would say, I would check one section. And then after this, I can watch one episode. Diba? So those are the little rewards that I give to myself. As much as possible, I do not reward myself with food. Kay, you really have to choose what you put inside your body, right? Yeah. So those are my 5 tips on how you're able to create your habits. And later on, you kibot ka na lang, it has become a part of your life. Okay? So see you next time on the TLC podcast. Bye!